so maybe some of you who've never seen abortion yet, I think this would be an appropriate video of mine. If you cry and heartbroken, that's okay. And I encourage you to stay here and cry with us. Don't feel like you have to go run off. And I'm not done being mad. I'm not done being upset. For some of you young kids, maybe this is the first time you realize that other living human beings like you are being killed. Walking up here. Hey, brother, Jason, what do you think about abortion, man? It's okay, so like you're pro-choice? So you're pro-abortion? So you're pro-abortion, you're pro-murder, you're pro-baby killing, but you're for killing babies. I mean, how can you be for killing babies? That's like the most stupidest thing I've ever heard of. I mean, if we were in Germany right now, you'd just be like marching along with the Nazis, right? Kill them all, right? Just like Hitler. You want to experiment on the baby parts? Are you against science? You're against progress? And that's stupid. It's not her body. It's a baby's body, and you think it's okay to tear it apart. All right, that's good enough. We'll just freeze right there. That's ugly, isn't it? Why? What's wrong with that? Have any of you seen people that act and talk like that? On Facebook, in the streets, on the sidewalks? There's a lot of bobbling heads. It happens, doesn't it? Well, fortunately, that's kind of rare. The ugly doesn't happen all the time, but the problem is when it does, everybody's gawking at it. And it becomes a thing that's identified with all Christians. Right? It makes us all look bad. So let's not do stuff like that. All right, you're not all right, let's get some examples here of bad. And it's not bad because it's ugly. It's bad just because it's ineffective. Right? So we've all seen street preachers get out there and do their thing. I know we've got some street preachers here. So, this is not directed at you, because I think a lot of you young guys are much better at this. But here's a guy who is standing out in front of the Alamo. Look at all those people he could be talking to. He probably goes home at night feeling really good about himself because he was out preaching, right? But nobody was listening to him. Now this is the University of Georgia. Never seen such an amazing contrast as the guy preaching to no one. In 60 seconds, I counted 79 students walk by him, not anymore. Facebook is not real dialogue. We go to schools, the rest of the world is going to schools where they're just like regurgitating stuff for a test. They're like trained dogs and parrots just repeating stuff back. There's no dialogue happening in government schools. These young people are desperate to have a real conversation. And if you can learn the art of coming up next to someone and saying, hey, what do you think about this? This is tough, isn't it? And then enter into a conversation with that, you're going to go a lot further towards getting them in a right relationship to God than the crazy guy doing crazy things to nobody. So we need to talk for a few minutes about what evangelism is. Like I said, we're going to start basic and build on that. So setting abortion aside for a minute, let's just talk about what evangelism is. Now these are examples of what it is not. Evangelist to no one standing on campus as the students walk by. This guy thinks that if you stand on a podium, people are more likely to hear you, even though there's still nobody paying attention. We saw the one at the Alamo, we saw the one at UVA. So Jason mentioned apologetics earlier. I don't know if you've noticed this or not, but in Christendom, there are buzzwords that get popular every once in a while, right? It's like, there's nothing new under the sun, but every few years we just come up with new names. And it's really popular right now to talk about apologetics, being able to defend what you believe is what that means. So here is a good biblical definition of apologetics. Does anybody need a pen? You all have the stuff to take notes on? In just a few minutes, I'm going to give you a workbook so you'll have room to write the margins and stuff like that. And I do have a bunch of pens up here. So is anybody lacking a pen and want one? I'll just like check. So there's some hands scattered around. I'll start here. You just walk around and scatter pens where pens are needed. Because I don't think this is in the notes. Regarding the notes, I'm going to give you a 16-page workbook with a lot of the basic stuff we're going to cover today, tomorrow, and the next day. Now, I'm going to say things, and we're going to talk about things that are not in the workbook. Now, you young people who are just beginning to put together that about Christians, it goes really well. Because we're now living in a post-Christology every Sabbath. He tried to persuade Jews and Greeks, and they came to Ephesus. He left them there, but he himself went into the synagogue and reasoned with the Jews. And he reasoned about righteousness, self-control, the coming judgment. And then Felix, who was the local Roman governor, he was alarmed at Paul's teaching. And he said, Paul, get out of here. You could just walk up and start talking to them. Like, people are that desperate. Have you ever been hungry for a certain type of food? Like, your body tells you, man, I need some vegetables, or I need protein today. Or, your body talks to you. These people are starving for real human interaction. And they will talk to a stranger. It's very interesting. What I like to do is come up with like a clipboard and say, hey, I'm doing a class project and I need to survey some people. Could I just ask you 3 questions about politics? Or could I ask you 3 questions about, whatever? Don't let it scare you, but for my science class or for my philosophy class, could I ask you 3 questions and get your opinion on abortion? Some people will chicken out and say no, that's fine, but then I just go to the next one. But most people, believe it or not, say yeah. Because they're so used to not having themselves be heard. So that's just a great way to start a conversation. So see, as we go along, I'm giving you ideas. I'm giving you ideas of stuff that you can do. This is, in my town, it's called the Czech Festival, because we have a lot of Czech heritage, so we get the clashes, they do a parade, and there's dancing, there's booths, and people just come up and talk to you, because I put up a free speech for these people to write on. And it's amazing how you get these opportunities to provide comfort. Let's start diving into abortion a little bit now, and trying to understand it. Let me see what I had planned here, because I think I finished it. Yeah, okay. So, y'all tell me, what are the different reasons that people give to justify or defend abortion? Why do we have to have it? What have you heard?
Not enough money to take care of
Rape
it.
and incest, life of the mother.
Not enough money.
I don't have enough money. Some women are too poor right now. Oh, you're from Oklahoma.
What's up?
What's up, Hokies? Because I can't, whatever that means. Okay, what else?
Poverty.
That's not having enough money. You just said that, didn't you? Oh, good. Inconvenience, right? It's not the right time. Shame? Yeah. Don't want to face up to what the family might think, etc. Yeah, yeah.
It's not a real baby. Yeah.
What was it? It's not a real baby?
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, I'm pregnant with a Barbie. What else? I heard something else over here. No support at home. yeah, maybe I don't like abortion, maybe I'm not comfortable with it, it might be hard, but it won't be as hard as this other thing I'm afraid of, right? Yeah, so we hear all these kinds of things. Here's a whole bunch of them up here. So let me ask you guys, real quick, gut reaction, is abortion a complicated issue?
Yes.
I think more than half of you said no. Okay, this is where I want to slow down for just a second and take you back to what I said a minute ago. I want you to set aside everything you know and feel and believe about abortion. And let's put ourselves in the minds of a completely different kind of person. Imagine a 13 or 14-year-old girl. She's in the government schools. Her mom works all day. She doesn't even know who her dad is. Guess what? Or she doesn't see her dad that often. That's now typical. That's the vast majority of young girls and boys in our government schools. We are swimming in an ocean of people disconnected from their families, right? No mom and dad. Do they go to church? No. Do they know anything about the Bible? No. Can they recite the 10 Commandments? No. Can they recite 3 of the 10 Commandments? Maybe 1.5, right? This is the world in which we live. Now, what is the messaging that all of these young people are hearing from school, from CNN, Fox News, talking head shows, the morning shows? Anytime you turn on the radio or the TV, what do they hear if they hear anything about abortion? They hear this. They hear this. You cannot turn on and listen to any sort of political commentary or news reporting or anything about abortion where they won't say some of these things. They will always, almost always now, say something about a woman's right or her health productive choice or her bodily rights. That phrase will be in every story. That's all anyone hears. And guess what? The public school teachers and counselors also support abortion and make sure the kids know about it and it's available to them. You know what else is going on these days? These kids are getting sexually active. Because of the prevalence of pornography and all of this in our wretched culture, they're getting sexually active at a younger age. So again, imagine a 13-year-old girl. She's doing everything that her culture is doing. She thinks it's okay to fool around and do fun things with her boyfriend. And now she's pregnant. She barely even knows what that is. But now she knows she's pregnant because the school counselor gave her a pregnancy test, or an older aunt, or another girl in the high school helped her figure this out. She's pregnant. And she's beginning to understand what that means. I'm going to have a baby. I'm 13 or 14 years old. Or maybe even she was raped but doesn't even know it's rape because it's like what we do these days. And this is all she's heard? Is abortion complicated? It's really hard and complicated, yes, for most of the people in our culture. This is the only way they know to look at it, to think about it, to feel about it. Radically different from our point of view. And they see it as a complex issue. I don't know if we'll have time to get into this today, but the truth is, the same kind of thinking is getting very prevalent in our church congregations. So you just got to be aware of it. It's not just the culture anymore. The church is looking a lot like the culture. So, now, back to the question again. Is abortion complicated?
Yes.
Psychologically and socially, culturally, yes it is. Morally, it's not. And we know that. Morally, is it complicated? No. It comes down to just this one simple question, and that is it wrong to kill innocent human beings? Is it wrong?
No.
Shall not murder. It's wrong to kill an innocent human being. Has that human being, made in the image of God, done anything to deserve the death penalty? No. So it is absolutely morally wrong to kill that person. Born or not born, it doesn't matter. It is a human being, period. Humans are humans. They're not possums and cockroaches. We're different. We're valuable. We're special. God told us we are. And it's wrong to kill them. It's that simple. It comes down to this one question. So why do people then continue to argue that abortion's okay? Well, it's because they aren't focused with us on this principle. They're focused on other concerns. And so the key for us to helping people understand that abortion is wrong is to help adjust their moral compass, get them looking back with us at this principle, because everyone agrees on this. Even pro-abortion people agree that it's wrong to kill innocent people. They're just not looking at that principle. They're not realizing that it also applies to abortion. See, that's the problem. Okay, so when did it become wrong to kill innocent people? We know it's wrong, but when did it become wrong? Anybody know? What's that? What part of Genesis? It spans a lot of years. From the beginning, from the fall. When Noah stepped off the boat.
Story of Cain and Abel.
Hurricane Abel?
Cain and Abel.
Oh, Cain and Abel. I thought you said Hurricane Abel. That's funny. Yeah.
He demonstrated knowledge of that Adam and Eve were created with the knowledge of the wrong to kill. He demonstrated that with his fact that he killed his brother.
So the first human beings we know of exhibit evidence that they know what right and wrong is, and that it's wrong to kill innocent human beings. So the law of Moses was given around 1313 BC. That's when he comes down with it carved on the stones, right? But here are some more ancient law codes: the Code of Hammurabi, the Code Ishtar, Eshnuna, Namu. These are law codes that have been dug up out of the sand in the Mesopotamian Valley in ancient civilizations that go before Moses. These are very interesting. I'll introduce you to a guy named William Lane Craig. Anybody know who Dr. William Lane Craig is? Not a lot. Okay, at the end of this video, I'll pause it and you can write down his website. Now, there are many arguments for why it is more reasonable to believe in God than not to believe in God. You've got the ontological argument, the cosmological argument, the teleological argument, etc. And this gentleman's PhD is in the cosmological argument. And as smart as he is, and as much as he loves the cosmological argument, and gets all these others, he will tell you that the one argument that every Christian needs to know is the moral argument. It wins the most often. Every single one of us as a human being on the earth experiences evil every day. We all are wrestling with, why do people do bad things? Why do bad things happen? Why is there sin? This is a question every human being has to deal with. And so you're being able to point to the fact that they know in their hearts that some things are wrong, points to that image of God that is stamped there. Again, that moral compass, right? It is absolutely wrong for everybody, anywhere, anytime, to kill innocent human beings. It's a moral compass issue. God's nature and his justice and mercy, his laws for human beings, transcends religion and politics and parties and policy. All of that. I don't care if you're Baptist, Methodist, Catholic, Eden, which, it don't matter. Pick the religion, pick the sect of the religion. God's law is the same for us all. Do not kill innocent human beings or steal their stuff. That's a summary of Commandments 6 through 10, right? That's it. And when we can word it that way, people get it. Like if you go around saying, well, the Bible says thou shalt not. As soon as you say thou, they quit listening to you. But if you ask somebody, hey, do you think it's wrong to kill innocent human beings? Everyone's going to agree with that. And all you just did was quote God's law to them, right? Just put it in modern language. Don't be weird about it. We want to connect with people here. So don't get in the way. It's wrong to kill innocent human beings. So this principle applies in the case of abortion because innocent human beings in the womb are being killed. And that's wrong. So the people who want to defend that are coming up with all of these reasons why this does not apply to abortion. So let me give you kind of the four broad categories of interferences with the moral compass. Will this always be able to help me get going in the right direction? Can I trust it? Is it always going to point to true north? I heard yes sirs and no sirs. Where's a no sir? You were a no sir. Yes sir, Mr. No sir. Tell me why I may not be able to trust this compass. Yeah. How could it get me going in the wrong direction?
Magnets.
There's a magnet in the compass. It's spinning around. It senses the electromagnetic field of the earth, and it always points to the north, right? Unless It's not true north, but it's generally north, especially down here on the continent. Right. And the closer you get to the poles, the more off you would be. But down here in the good old continental lower 50, if I want to know north, I know that's basically north, right? Is there any reason it would tell me that false? Could it ever show that that's the north? Yes. Why? It didn't even have to be a magnet, right? What if I hold it right here and I look, okay. Hey, it's telling me that's north. Why? Belt buckle, it's metal, right? The magnet's attracted to the metal. There was actually a movie where a guy's lost out in the middle of nowhere. Against abortion by saying, but you might kill the person who's going to discover the cure for cancer. You might have killed the next president of the United States. Have any of you said those kinds of things? Heard those kinds of things? Seen that on Facebook? I have. Please don't do that, because you also might have killed the next Hitler or Darth Vader. Does that justify it? Okay, that argument cuts both ways. The point is, we don't know the future. We don't know what people are going to be or to become. So we don't kill them today because of what we think they might be in the future. And that's the problem with arguing for the greater good. Now, the reason these arguments are so prevalent is because they are systematically taught in our government school systems. People come out just automatically believing this is because what they get in history class, political science class, etc. Now, everything I've been telling you so far has been really like theoretical, right? Just explain.
Keep me alive. It's just sickening to me when I think about babies being aborted at the stage I was in the war. It just hurts inside.
Bethany, what do you say to people who argue that abortion is justified in the case that this child might have a really challenging life due to disability?
Honestly, you need to get your head on straight. Because just because a life is not what you want to live doesn't mean it's not a life. I mean, I have found, yeah, it's hard. It's not easy, but you get used to it. Frankly, you learn to adapt.
They're going to have a general view of it, and you don't know what it is. You're clueless. You should not assume. Do not assume what another person thinks, or what they feel, or what they intend by their actions. That gets you in trouble every time. It's better to ask them. Ask them what they think, why they think that. Are you ready to do this? All right, turn and face the audience. Hey, what was your name? Maranatha. Good Bible name. My name is Yochanan, means gracious gift of Yahweh. Good Bible name also. Translated John into English. Anyway, listen, Maranatha, I have really enjoyed our conversation this last 17 and a half minutes, getting to know you, getting to understand your position. Could you, see what I did there? Skip that lesson? The lady. Could you remind me again, what was it you said about abortion? What do you think about abortion?
Some women are too poor.
You know, I agree with you. I think some women are too poor and it would just really be too hard for them. And really, I want to do everything I can to help those kinds of women. Hey, let me ask you this question. Let's say a woman who is too poor to take care of a child has this 2-year-old. Should she be allowed to kill her 2-year-old? This may sound like a silly question, just humor me, but why not? Why can't she kill the 2-year-old?
Because the babies are living.
So you're saying it's wrong to kill an innocent kid? See, I think that's right, you know? And if the unborn is a human being just like this 2-year-old, don't you have to protect them too? All right. Thank you, Maranatha. Excellent work. All right. Now, some of you may recognize what I just did. I trotted out a toddler. And there's the 4 steps to trotting out a toddler. Now, the guy who is world famous all over the United States for developing this is Scott Lucendorf at the Life Training Institute. He's a typical pro-lifer. Don't agree with him on everything. And I don't even agree with him on how he trots out a toddler. Because he believes that the most important question is it a human being? That's not the most important question. The most important question is it wrong to kill innocent human beings? So we have slightly modified this trot out the toddler to get to the heart of the issue, which is God's moral law. So that it gives us that opportunity to talk about it. So let's psychoanalyze what happens when you do this. First of all, she thinks abortion is justified. Did I jump all over her case? Did I tell her she was wrong straight up? I agreed with her. Now, do I agree with her whole position? No. But I find something I can agree with. Start with agreement always. Get side by, don't be confrontational. Get side by side, say, hey, let's look at this together. Yeah, you make a good point. So what this means is that you, in your own mind, have to purpose to have a phrase or a saying that is comfortable coming out of your mouth. Now, these are magic words. Things like, wow, that's a good point. You know, I agree with you. Yeah, you're right about that. When you hear somebody saying these things to you, how do you feel? Doesn't it feel good when somebody tells you that you were right? Or that you were observant? Okay, do that. Again, you're earning the right to be heard. You're building a relationship. That's important. And it's honest. Now, don't agree with something you don't agree with, because people can tell when you're lying. You have to honestly have something you can agree with, but agree first. The second thing I did was I took whatever her argument was, whatever her justification for abortion was, and I applied it to a 2-year-old.